I think this is my first time talking about a solo artist here on Live and Breathe Music. It's all been bands up until this point. This is a pretty big deal for me, guys. Didn't think it would be, but it is. Does anybody want to make a cake and send it to me? Much appreciated. Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Live and Breathe Music. My name is Kevin. This is where the music speaks for itself, where I do covers, originals, album reviews, music discussions, all that sort of good stuff. So thank you for joining me here today. I'm doing my first album review for you guys that I've done any of these in a while, and I'm really excited to be back. I am talking today about the newest full-length album from singer-songwriter Noah Gundersen. This album is entitled White Noise. Now guys, I first discovered Noah Gundersen back in June. I went to go see City and Colour perform in Charlotte, and he was the opener. I listened to a few songs and a bit of his records before I went to the show. I didn't really know what to expect. I was intrigued by what I heard. I heard the song Blossom, that really stuck with me. I heard First Defeat, and a few others, and I got really intrigued. So I didn't know what to expect when I went to go see him. This dude blew me away. He is phenomenal live. He is such a great songwriter, such a good performer. It was just him and his acoustic guitar, and he filled up the whole room with his voice and just this acoustic guitar. Not a lot of production. He had a stool and a bottle of water next to him. That was the extent of his production. So he blew me away, guys, and he was such a genuine guy on stage too. I remember him saying something along the lines of, he knew probably that a lot of them didn't care who he was, but nonetheless, thank you for being here, is what he said to us. And I thought that was really cool. That means he's in it for the music, and he's in it to perform and do what he loves. So good on you, Noah Gundersen. Let's talk about White Noise today. Overall, guys, I'm really happy with this album. It's a very strong release. It's got a lot of killer songs on here. Songs such as The Sound, New Religion, Fear and Loathing, Send the Rain to Everyone. Just such great songs on here. And all of them have choruses that are so infectious. Music that is so infectious, that just gets ingrained in your brain and really sticks with you. And there's a lot of power behind these tunes, with the stories being told, with the lyrics being sung, with the music being played. And we're going to talk about a few of those strong suits right now. So guys, this record plays with a lot of different styles. We start off kind of soft and somber with the song After All, which builds and builds into this punk rock leaning outro with the electric guitar coming in. We have The Sound with definitely the biggest chorus on the album, the most soaring vocals, and we have an 80s vibe on heavy metals. We have acoustic stuff with Fear and Loathing and Dry Year, and just so many different things going on in this album. And it really keeps you interested. It really keeps you on your toes, because you never know what the song structure is going to do. You never know where it's going to go, and that keeps it from being predictable, which is fantastic, because this album is so interesting and unique all the way through. And some of my favorite songs are the ones I just listed, like The Sound, New Religion, Fear and Loathing being my favorite song, just a straight acoustic song with telling a story. I don't really ever know completely what Noah Gundersen's talking about, but he's such a great storyteller with his lyrics. He's so detailed, and he really paints a picture. Dry Year really painting a picture of a kind of a metaphorical drought and people dealing with that sort of thing in their lives. It's just great. He's just such a descriptive songwriter, and I love his lyrics on this album. #1 hit of the summer, Fade Out. The most snarky tune on this whole record. It is so good. It has one of the most infectious choruses on here. It'll have you singing at the top of your lungs. I hope to see it live, because I see so much potential in this one. It's just fun. It's just so much fun, guys. I love #1 hit of the summer, Fade Out. So if you were to check out one song from this record, if nothing else, start with that one. So I love how many different styles this record plays with, guys, like I said. And the other thing is there's not one bad vocal performance on here. The vocals are the driving force for some of these songs. Like I said, Fear and Loathing, it's an acoustic song, but there's not a lot of guitar overpowering the vocals. So Noah Gundersen is just such a great vocalist. And he really just keeps things interesting throughout the whole runtime of this record with his vocals. He's always doing something crazy. Cocaine, sex, and alcohol. He's going to these falsettos that are very quiet, very much in the background behind the bass line going on in that song. So overall, guys, the vocals are really, really strong on here. I love the lyrical content. There's a lot of solid hits on here. Like I said, it closes on a really strong note with Send the Rain to Everyone. He's saying, send the rain, send my love to everyone. And it really builds and makes it an emotional outro to the record. But it's not in a way that the vocals are doing that. It's the instruments that are doing that. They're really invoking the emotion inside of the listener with just the music, which is so, so great. And I love that about this closing of the album. Alright guys, so this is not a perfect record. I don't love every song on here. I don't think it's flawless throughout. And so we're going to talk about a few of the misfires for me on this record right now. Alright guys, so one kind of interesting thing that's kind of half and half for me on this record is because the album's called White Noise, there's a good few songs like Cocaine, Sex, and Alcohol and Wake Me Up, I'm Dreaming that actually end with white noise carrying on after the instruments have faded out completely. And that's kind of cool on some of them. You know, Cocaine, Sex, and Alcohol has this kind of almost Alien, the movie Alien sounding alarms going off at the end, and it's very eerie, it's very unsettling, and sometimes that's cool. But on a song like Wake Me Up, I'm Dreaming, I don't need it. I don't need that. I feel like it's a distraction and it's an excuse for the song to keep on going. And I like that there's a kind of an underlying theme here. I don't really know what it is, but I like that it's keeping true to the title White Noise, but it comes off as placeholders for some of the songs. And that's the other thing, guys. This record is very, very long. It's a little too long for its own good. There's 13 songs on here that just held up 3. Is that 31? 13? We'll just do both just to make sure that you guys get both. But there's 13 songs on here, and a lot of them go past the 6-minute mark. That works sometimes, but I keep going back to Cocaine, Sex, and Alcohol because it starts off really, really promising. It starts off with piano and just vocals, and then some orchestral elements come in, but around the 2-minute mark, it just becomes... there was that repetitive bass line that comes in, and Noah Gundersen is just saying, I got all this alcohol over and over again. And it goes on for over 6 minutes. I don't think it's warranted, guys. I don't think that it's earned. I don't think that the songs need to be that long. If you're not going to have enough going on, I don't think it's a good idea to have that, because the song loses its momentum, it loses its structure, and it just becomes... I hate to say it, but noise. So on a song like that, I tune out after that 2-minute mark a bit because there's nothing going on to keep my attention. And then the song Dry Year, though I like the visual side of that song, I just think that there's not enough going on to keep my attention. The vocals are very flat throughout the whole thing. The guitar is very, very quiet. You can't really pick up on it. And it just feels like a placeholder song, guys. And I say the same thing about Bad Actors. I think that's another one that, though I like the vocals on that, I like the lyrical themes on there, talking about bad actors, get all the good stuff. We can all kind of relate to that, even though we're not talking about actors per se. We can talk about bad people getting things that they don't necessarily deserve. And I like the lyrical content on that, but it's not executed in a way that keeps my attention, guys. So this record is very, very long, too long for its own good, and I tune out after a certain point on some of these songs because there's not enough going on to keep me interested, and that's a little unfortunate for me. Alright guys, so the last thing I want to talk about is the production on this album. It's hit or miss for me. The vocals, like I said, are the driving force for a lot of this. The sound is a key example. You heard a bit of that chorus in the introduction to the video. The vocals are so buried under the music there though, and the guitars get so much spotlight when they're not really doing all that much. That's a bit of a problem for me because it makes it difficult for me to understand sometimes what Noah Gundersen is saying. So the production kind of fluctuates for me. On a song like Fear and Loathing, which is my favorite song, or even New Religion, where the piano is being used but it's in the background behind the vocals, sometimes the music overshadows Noah's voice. And sometimes it can be a little distracting because, like I said, in some of the songs where that's happening, the vocals should be the key point, but the guitar isn't doing much, but for some reason it's in the spotlight more. Guys, those are just a few gripes of mine with this album. I don't think it's a perfect record. I don't think it's consistently riveting throughout, but I do think it stays interesting, if nothing else, throughout the whole record. But overall, guys, I'm really happy with this album. I can't wait to see Noah Gundersen live again so I can hear some of these songs live. So guys, from this point on, for my main album reviews, I'm not going to do a score-based rating anymore. I'm going to simplify it and give you a possible choice of three, once again, wrong amount, three possible thoughts, possible answers as to what I think of this record. You'll either get a thumbs up, a middle of the road, where I don't really care if I wouldn't recommend it, but I wouldn't tell people not to listen to it, or a thumbs down where I say no, I don't recommend it. So thumbs up being that I would recommend you listen to this album. That's how I'm going to do things from now on. I'll still do score-based ratings for my track reviews that I'm going to be doing. But as in terms of reviewing full albums, you get 1, 2, or 3. One of those, basically. So overall, guys, I'll give this record a thumbs up. Though I don't think it's a perfect record, I think that you should listen to it at least once. If you can get past the runtime, I think you'll find something that you'll enjoy here. You'll find a song or two that connects with you, and Noah Gundersen deserves all the support that he can have. He's so great, guys, and I'm so thankful that he put out this new record, and so thankful I got to talk to you guys about it today. So thumbs up from me, definitely check it out. And thank you guys for watching this album review. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, but I wanted to get back to doing more stuff like that. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk about music. We're here to talk about what we think about said music. So glad to be back. I hope you guys check out the album. I hope you guys like this video. Leave a like, dislike, comment, hate mail. Good luck finding my address because it's not there, so don't go looking for it. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys would like to see me review. You know, I can't always tell what records are coming out. So leave me a comment down below what you would like to see me cover here on Live and Breathe Music. There will be more album reviews coming, I promise. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Kevin. This is Live and Breathe Music, where the music speaks for itself. I'll catch you guys later.